right, now to the NFL. Corey, we were talking about this, man. Lamar Jackson signs a 5 year, $260 million deal, 185 million guaranteed, average salary of 52 million. I looked at it. The details have not come out yet, guys. You know how I like looking at contracts at sporadic.com. They haven't came out yet, but it's probably similar to Jalen Hurts. That's if you know. That's because it's probably really similar to Jalen Hurts. So, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
about it?
I think it was a high point to a decent draft weekend for Baltimore. Um, except for all the nothing was getting done until Lamar came off the fully guaranteed contract talk. Was never going to happen anywhere. Period. Um, he lost some leverage once the draft started and teams addressed the quarterback position. The team's also in a standstill because they couldn't really do anything else financially until that Lamar deal got done because they needed to know what their salary cap was going to look like. So
Yeah.
it seems like it was just a deal that all sides win. Lamar gets his money. He's the highest paid player. And it looks like they largely just took the Jalen Hurts contract and bumped the numbers up a little bit, which,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, makes sense. If everyone's happy with it, I'm sure Lamar will get that no trade clause as well.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wins. So it's unfortunate it took as long as it did, but happy to see Lamar get his money as he deserves. And I having Lamar as their quarterback is why they're going to be in contention next season.
Yeah. Craig, what are your thoughts on Lamar Jackson, man? We talked a little bit about it on the live. What are your thoughts about that 5 year 260 highest paid quarterback right now, which bumps down the Mahomes to number 7, I think.
I like the signing. I think it's good for both parties involved. Lamar gets his money. The Ravens get their quarterback back, and now they can be in contention for a little bit longer. Um, I like the addition of Odell there. So he's a veteran wide receiver he can lean on. I didn't think he was going to get done. I thought he was going to sit out maybe, or have the possibility to sit out, or at least extend it longer until the season or close to the season. But they were finally able to, fortunately, reach a deal. I think the Jalen Hurts deal possibly helped this move along. And then after Jalen Hurts got his deal, then I guess Lamar was like, okay, this is what I want to get now, and then whatever the case may be. And they actually made it happen. So I'm happy for Lamar. I'm happy he got his money. I think it's a good deal. I think it's a fair deal. Um, Now he can get back to playing football, get back to do what he loves to do. And the Ravens went from who knows what's going to happen with the team to like a top 5, maybe top 7 type team in the AFC again. So as long as Lamar can stay healthy, they helped him out with the rookie wide receiver that they got, which was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Got some other pieces around them. Obviously, they still got Andrews, so they got like 3 running backs that they always have. It's just a matter of staying healthy for this team, especially Lamar, and I think they'll be fine. So I'm happy that he got his money, like I said, and I think it's a good deal. I think it's a win-win.
Yeah. I love the deal, and it's so funny that as soon as Jalen Hurts signed the deal, I was listening to Rich Eisen, and they were like, I think Corey said it as well, where it was like the Ravens need to look at Jalen Hurts' deal and give it to Lamar because I think he probably gets around 75% of it guaranteed. Once again, somebody said this: the value of quarterbacks are so valuable. It's hard once they sign that deal. It's hard to move off it. I believe Carson Wentz got all of his money. He might have had the last year voided out, but I know the Commanders paid him 28 million last year. So I think he got most of his contract, maybe 80%. It's just hard. What did the Colts pay him? Did the Colts pay him like
20 something. Yeah.
20 something? And that's a part of his original contract. So it's like, that's the thing with the guaranteed contract. I think the Deshaun Watson was a shout out to Deshaun Watson's agent because he played it perfectly. Cleveland was desperate. I want fully guaranteed. They said yes. Now I understand why Lamar wanted guaranteed because he's like, look at this. And then now Russ signs it, and then Kyler, he's like, I don't care about them. Now when Jalen Hurts signs a deal, he's like, okay, wait a minute. But nobody really knew because Lamar mom was their agent, so they were keeping a lot of things close to breast, right? No pun intended, right? They were keeping it close to the chest. So uh the thing is, it's a win-win for the Baltimore because they get him on a quarterback deal. We don't know if it's team friendly. If it's the Jalen Hurts, it's team friendly. And Lamar wins because he got 50 more million guaranteed. Because they offered him 33. Oh, they got 20 more. No, 50 more million. They offered 133. He's getting 185. It's a win-win. And I think he's ready. This is a great news for Baltimore fans. If Lamar's getting paid this money, he might have played a playoff game and they beat Cincinnati. I'm just, maybe. Can't say it, but now that his money is guaranteed, it's a difference.
Yeah, I do think that there's another element of it that it was arguably equally as important for Baltimore to get this deal done. You see Jalen Hurts get his money. Fairly reasonable contract for a quarterback these days. I think everyone kind of agreed when the Hurts deal came out. Yes. But if you're the Ravens, you really don't want Lamar to be waiting until Hurts and Burrow get their deals. You wanted to jump on this now so that when those next two contracts get done or even higher, Lamar starts dropping down the highest paid list.
Yeah.
Just like what happened with Mahomes in Kansas City.
Yeah. Because let's be honest here. Let's be honest. We don't know what Joe Burrow's going to ask for. We don't know what he's going to ask for, but I put my $1 on it. It might be $300 million contract. He might ask for that. And then Herbert's going to be like, well, now let's say the Chargers go deep in the playoffs this year. They're going to have to pay Herbert a lot of money.
I mean, I think they do no matter what.
No matter what, yeah. But I think the price goes up. You start winning playoff games. I think the price goes up tremendously. Like I've won a playoff game or I've won 2 playoff games. I need because I was listening to Speak, right? And Shady McCoy, he did make this point, and I didn't realize this as a fan. But he was like, you know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl? He's like, you know how hard it is? Like, everybody wants to knock Josh Allen and Lamar. He was like, it's super hard to win a Super Bowl. He's like, not a lot of quarterbacks have done it. It's really difficult. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I got that. He was like, Aaron Rodgers won 1 Super Bowl, how great he is. Right? It's hard to even get to a Super Bowl and then win it. And then to go to multiple Super Bowls like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes or John Elway, you're just considered great. Joe Montana, you're just considered great because it's so difficult to do. And I was like, okay, I get it now. So Justin Herbert might never go to a Super Bowl, but he might win like 4 or 5 playoff games. And, that's a good quarterback, because you got teams like mine who are mediocre.
When you've got a guy like Justin Herbert under center, you at least have hope for that.
You have hope. If he was in the NFC, I'd be cheering, but then we're in a division with Hurts and Dak. So it's just very interesting, man. Because I said this to Mo in the chat, and we're gonna move on and talk about the draft. But I said we should have drafted Herbert versus Chase Young. We're not even picking up Chase Young 5th-year deal. We're not picking it up.
Surprising. I don't get that. I know he's been a disappointment, but the number 1 overall pick, it's take the option.
Yeah. So it's like could have got Herbert. Now if we got Herbert with those weapons in the NFC, I would be pretty happy. I would be content. I would have a Herbert jersey on right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then if we had Herbert, I don't even know if Daniel Snyder sells the team at that point. Might have to try to force him out because we will be winning games. Oh man, that'll be interesting.